All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Let's Talk Leadership. Kids Say the Smartest Thing, Episode 2. Last week, Marley. For everybody out there, if you don't know what we're trying to do here, this is unedited, unscripted, and I actually know my preference of Marley. She would prefer to have a script, planned out, know what we're going to talk about, and have a schedule so she can prepare. But it would take away from the validity of Kids Say the Smartest Things in the essence of spontaneity. So I don't ever tell her what's going on. 5 minutes ago, she was in another room playing under Roblox.
Roblox. Yeah.
Roblox. I can never say that word. Roblox. And I asked her if she had a couple minutes, and so she's in here. Again, very spontaneous. There's the word. And she has no idea. But last week, Marley, you told the audience that you moved how many times in 5 years? 4 times in 5 years. And it was a great conversation. We talked about resiliency last time. This time, I want to kind of build on you moving around so much. You and I had a conversation yesterday, maybe today. I don't know, all the days kind of blur together. We were talking about some of your teachers. So I got a really good idea that popped into my head. Hey, tell me about some of your teachers. You've had all these teachers from all these moves. Just tell me something. I don't need names or locations. Just tell me. Tell me about some of your teachers. What did they do? I know.
What do you mean by
clarification? Well, so you've had great teachers, and then we've had maybe not so great teachers. And I don't want to say good or bad, because a teacher, I mean, they're above and beyond. They're trying to do for a classroom full of 40 people and 40 different personalities. So I'm not trying to say good or bad, but there are some that stood out. What made some of them stand out more than others? What were they doing, or how did they stand out?
Well, the teacher that my reading teacher I had this year in 5th grade, he always tried to get us above where we are supposed to be.
Okay.
And he always wanted us to, or his goal was always for whenever we took a STAR test or whatever, to be in maybe 80%, which is what his grade last year got.
Okay.
Which is understandable, so he wanted us to do good like them. And he always tries to get us ahead, and if we're behind or we're at the point, he tries to kind of help us in different ways, or he uses different techniques every year.
Say more about that. So what do you mean different ways or different techniques? Because I don't know, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So what do you mean?
Like, whenever he teaches something one way, the next year he looks back at it and looks at how good it did last year, and then tries it either again this year or try something new.
Okay. So he looked at it and then took the good, the bad, the ugly, and then either built upon it, or he said, hey, this did work and we'll keep success that way and we can do it again. Okay. Go to a different school, different teacher. What was something that made him or her stand out to you? I know it's a broad question. The reason I make them this open is that I don't want to give you an answer for you to tell them. That doesn't work. I want to hear it from you. So what are some good things that teachers have done that you've liked? I don't care if it's PE, lunch. I don't care if it's a principal. I don't care what it is. What is it about these men and women that you say, hey, this was a good teacher, or this was a good person?
Well, my PE teacher from the last 2 years, she used to be my math teacher.
Okay.
So I like how she did our math and all that, and I also like how she's done PE for the last 2 years.
What is that? What has she done that you've liked? What do you mean by that?
Well, whenever we do things like activities or whatever, she explains them a little bit more than our other PE teacher did.
Okay.
Which I kind of like, because I sometimes have trouble understanding it. In math, she found songs to help us remember multiplication, because she was my 3rd grade math teacher.
Okay.
Which really has helped me, and I still use them in 5th grade.
Yep. The same songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we went over them until we
You knew them, right? You had them memorized.
We only didn't learn above 11, or no, above 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then we didn't learn twos or ones because those are really
pretty easy.
ones.
Okay, so I want to kind of tie this all together. Again, this was just kind of a question I asked and we just went with it. So I'm going to substitute a word for teacher and I'm going to say leader.
Mm-hmm.
So what you've said and what I see out there when I talk about leaders, supervisors, managers, it could be a peer. It could be someone that just has that ability to get people to continue to grow, continue to move forward. So you said something about your English teacher. He said that he was always trying to be successful, not for himself, but for y'all. He wanted you to set a goal and see if you could exceed that.
He's been teaching us things that you do in high school.
So I love it, right?
He's been teaching us, like, I think it's in either writing or a certain thing in reading that he's been teaching us that is, like, for high school or...
5th grade.
Yeah, that's when he learned it. He learned it in high school, and he's teaching us it in
5th grade, right? So we're going to watch a movie. Her and I are going to have some homework. We're going to watch Dead Poets Society a little bit later, but it's a movie about a teacher who inspires their students and get them to see outside and just see. And so you said your teacher kind of made a goal, used some of the good things from last year and then built upon that to make success for you all. You also said your math and gym teacher, the same person, but they explain things. This is a big one. I could just show up and just fake it, right? I mean, that's just how I am. But I understand there's a lot of people in the world like yourself who like direction. You need clear and concise direction and you need to understand what it is you're going to be doing. Her right now with homeschooling, where our school district, again, this was a COVID-19 kind of a thrown together, they gave us, and we've been struggling with some direction on how this goes. Mm-hmm. You want to talk, burn this mother down is now 3-4 weeks in, right? So
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, I don't even know what day it is. So 6 weeks. But think about this. That clear and concise communication as a leader, as a manager, as a teacher, when these people are trying to get people to do something, if I'm wishy-washy and I don't give you clear direction, I don't get a good product out of you, and vice versa. You don't turn in a good product if I don't have that communication. So she's already seeing it as an 11-year-old across the planet. She's moved, and you see different teachers.
Not the planet, the country.
The country. Thank you. We haven't gone yet around the planet. She's such a smart ass. She's always giving me corrections, you guys. I love it. So when we get into this, I love the fact that an 11-year-old can see the exact same things that we speak to and we talk about. You are having an experience all your own, gym, math, English, you're doing all those things. But as we sit here, you can actually see what those things are that later in life, when she's up and out on her own, you can actually see the men and women who are leading. It doesn't have to be a title. It doesn't have to be the teacher. It might be somebody down the hallway. And I wish I knew his name. The custodial guy from your...
Oh, Mr. Ernesto?
Mr. Ernesto. I mean, he is a very polite, wonderful man. Every time I go in...
He's been there
years, right? He's amazing at what he does, and he's amazing at connecting with people. So it doesn't have to be a title of something. Everybody can be that leader based on how he or she interacts with people.
You see him in the cafeteria, the hallways,
the restrooms.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, right? That dude's everywhere, right? So I love the fact that even members across your business, across your organization, doesn't have to be he or she that's in charge. Everybody has the ability to lead, and my 11-year-old can see that as well. You guys, this is episode 2 of Kids Say the Smartest Things. Marley, I appreciate you being here. To everybody else out there in TV land, I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop. Bye.